hoping I can do this in one take. So I made a YouTube video and it was blatant infringement on BBC copyright, and I'm sorry BBC, you know, I didn't mean to infringe your copyright. I just love your show. Red Dwarf's brilliant. Anyway, the bit I wanted to highlight in the very first episode was a little segment that tied the creation story to the biblical story. So you've got the character that's called Cat. It's Danny John Jules' character, and he's talking to Dave Lister, the main character, the only human being alive. And he mentions, or Dave Lister mentions, that he had a cat 3 million years ago before he was in suspended animation, and that cat was called Frankenstein. And the cat pipes up, so Danny John Jules' cat pipes up and says, "Frankenstein, the Holy Mother, the virgin birth, nobody believes that stuff." And Dave Lister, sort of in shock and amazement, says, you know, "The virgin birth? What are you talking about?" And the cat says, Danny John Jules' cat, "We learnt about it in kitty school." And then he goes on to explain that Cloister the Stupid was going to lead the cat people to Fouchal, and Dave Lister explains that no, that was all part of my plan before I was suspended in time, and it was Fiji, not Fouchal, and it's not Cloister, it's Lister the Stupid. Oh. And he realises that essentially Lister's playing Jesus for the cat people, at the least. So it all ties up nicely with evolution. The cat even refers to them as monkeys. You know, when they first encounter the cat and feed him, they put his bowl of Rice Krispies on the floor, and he says, "Hey, you monkeys, eat off the floor!" And then he puts it on the table only for him to lap it out of the bowl. So it's one of them. It sort of ties in more. It's less spacey and more religious than anything else, but it's a comical scene right at the end of the first episode called The End, and as soon as they finish that scene it flashes up the words "the beginning." So there we go, a nice little, what's the words? It's so difficult. I was trying to explain to my mother when I was telling her how heartbroken I was that I hadn't got this information out on YouTube, and she was like, "Well, it's difficult to explain what was actually a three-way conversation because Arnold Rimmer was in there." So yeah, to explain that conversation is difficult, but it's important because, like I explained in another video log, they want to access a part of your mind that was programmed at a young age, and using biblical references does that real quick. It's a nice efficient way of seeding a memory and making you see truth in science fiction. So yeah, anyway, it wasn't as good as playing the clip, and yeah, I'm a bit knackered and just been answering messages to my pet trolls. So I'll see you in the next video, or video log if it may be the case.